All right, I'm doing this video live rather than having to do a video, edit it, and upload it. So lazy, but it's 2:30 in the morning or some such ungodly hour, and I just wanted to give the first update on the new puffer that I received today or yesterday morning now from Dan's Fish. The one on the right is my original puffer. That's Sterling. Definitely a male. Definitely spoiled rotten after just being here 1 week. He's staring at the food that I have here on the dogtail hamper and knows that he's about to get some giant krill. And I put a divider up, and all these are, I have a bunch of them. Walmart used to carry them, but they went on the clearance thing. They're 99 cents, and there's something you put on top of the grill to grill shrimp and stuff like that so it doesn't fall down between the gratings. I've never used them for that, but they make perfect dividers. This is a 20 gallon or 29 gallon, I can never remember. But anyway, it fits perfectly there, and they haven't tried to move it. If they did, I would clip it at the top, set some things on each side of it, so forth. But anyway, the female is there, or the one that came in today, and I was a little concerned when I saw the fish due to the size, and wasn't 100% sure, having seen it here now with the one that Brett with BTW Aquatics, agrees with me was a male. So I don't dose anything at all in here. It's just clean water. Just clean water. I've got 2 or 3 tanks with that moss. I should sell some of it or get rid of it. And that's some moss that Roe gave me on a screen down there. So anyway, back to these guys. I'm also doing this so that Brett can have some good pictures of the puffer, some lateral, which that makes it look longer than it is, but some lateral views are what really show you. Look at that little butt. So this one looks kind of like a male now that I have it here, but he thinks it's still female, and I do too. They're a little scared of each other, which is good. So they're staying away from each other. And I'm going to go ahead and feed. I've already got some food over on this guy's side, but he was in no mood for food 3 or 4 hours ago. And I was so exhausted earlier, I finally fell asleep and slept maybe 3 hours. So you see how big it is compared to my massive fingers. But let's see if we're still buddies. Oh yeah. He usually comes up as soon as I sit down here, so he's still a little. Yeah, I talked about those a couple minutes ago, Priscilla. They're grill covers from Walmart, 99 cents each. So I'm working on finding a nice cave that can see how he slinks back into and disappears. This guy should have the same interest in food. He didn't ever see my finger up there. Or she, hopefully she. And they do come back around. Even this guy, Sterling, did that after just one day. Would come over and get food and pick it up. It was thought at first that they didn't unless the food was like moving right in front of them, but that's not the case at all. They do hunt, and they do go back and pick up food. So So, Brett, I hope this is good enough to give you what you need, but definitely a shorter snout, definitely a more diminutive. Woo. Yeah, I told you, Ed, you needed to get some krill because it'll sit there and starve. This one got so it grew a little weary of bloodworms, but then when I got it krill, it started eating bloodworms too. Well, I just said that, Priscilla. It's the females are a more diminutive, smaller featured fish. And if you look at this one here, that's definitely a male. It's got a longer snout. It's a bigger fish. It's not right now because we think it's a small male. But the males are bigger to protect the eggs and protect the fry even from their mother and all the other females. So you can have several females, in a tank with one male, and they'll keep him busy. Hey, Plenty. So when you go back and look at her features are a little softer. It's just kind of an eye. And he sent me some pictures, Brett, that breeds them, BTW Aquatics, of females and males. But when you look at them, you can just see it's a boy, She looks like a girl. She's got soft features and her snout is not nearly as long. She's as big fish or maybe bigger, but she's a older, more adult fish. So that's what's making it a little hard. She's looking down at Tibby. He's smelling the shrimp or the krill on my fingers. Get it anywhere. Petco, PetSmart sells it. You keep saying you're going to order frozen foods from Zach, but I don't think you have yet. I got 3 big packs of it from him for like $20, which would be probably $35, $40. But that's where I get mine, is from him. Probably Rob has it there in his freezer. It's just jumbo krill. You don't want regular krill because it's little. Jumbo krill. And yeah, they're expensive to eat. Now, Brett says that he only gives his shrimp. You can also get shrimp, like shrimp from, out of the frozen seafood stuff at Walmart. You can cut those and let them eat those, but remember, you're trying to get some food down them. So little blood, especially if you want to condition them to breed. So I'm still learning this fish, guys. So, and most of what I'm learning from Brett, and they're not an easy fish, and a lot of it's intuition. Look at that little snail back there. I threw it in the back, almost to the very back on the sand. I threw in some little snails a couple of days ago, just to hopefully they'd pick up particles that Sterling didn't eat, and it's worked well so far. But I have a feeling if a bunch of them cluster up on a piece of uneaten food, when they come back around to eat, they'll get the snails, which is fine too. But yeah, there's no rocket science or no expertise, Priscilla, to it. It's just the fish is obviously a female, and that sounds stupid. They're just a diminutive, smaller fish. Well, that would be kind of obvious, right, Cole? For a reason, though. Yeah, I've got 2 puffers, and I just got a new one in, so I'm doing this vid mainly for somebody that can tell the difference and make sure that I have a male and female. She hasn't moved. Now, she was up swimming around, maybe somewhere, but not here. Ed described his as having eyes as big as a chihuahua. They don't have the typical puffer eyes, that's for sure. She's looking at you, Tibby, like you're a food source. Yep. She's got her eye on you. She thinks you're a fish flopping around down there. Yeah, these are dragon puffers. Just got her in yesterday. Tibby, stop. Shake the camera enough. Brett, BTW. It's Brett and Teresa, I think, and that's Brett, Teresa, whatever their last name is. BTW Aquatics. He has 7 of them right now. A trio and 2 other pairs. And the breeding them is not that hard. It's raising the fry, he says. So I'm going to be all over that once I know this is a female for sure. But these guys should get along. I did ask him if I have 2 males, what would happen, and he said it's not nice. It's not pretty. You just can't have 2 males. They're so territorial. But that would mean I'd have to go ahead and get the 40 breeder, not on sale, not the next sale. So that's what I'm going to put these guys in. Can you go to the side a little bit? Oh, there you are, Brett. There he is. Priscilla, over on this side, Brett. Sorry, my back's really out real bad, so it's hard for me to, I can do that right there, if that helps. And Pam was looking at the patterns and the colors. Hers are already starting to come out down in her portholes. The little dots and stuff. Be a gorgeous picture. I know you're wanting to see the whole fish, her profile and her snout or her beak. I keep calling it a snout, and I'm sure that's not what it's called. She colored up a lot quicker than Sterling did. It took him a couple of days. When I first saw her, I was like, oh no, I think it's a boy. And then I came around looking at them compared to each other. And I think I thought that just because she's a big female. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, Derek fishing more. Be away from your stream about 5 minutes. I did tell you I was going to do this because I didn't want you to think I was going to stream over you, which I am doing, but I'm too damn lazy to do a video and upload it. And she's a big one for sure. Her hind end is round. But do you agree that it's a female? I still think it's a female just based on what you taught me. All right, I gotta sit back down, guys. Juvenile stage. Brett can tell you that. Sure, I've studied about them quite a bit, but just exhausted. They are fast growers. Try to prop up on something and see if that's better. Yeah. So she's got plenty of food in there. I still owe Sterling, and he's ready for it too. Look at him. Look at his eyes. Got his little fins fluttering. I love that cave. Brett just did a really cool video on these guys. It's a short vid, not like my videos, but about their mating ritual dances. Yeah, I saw some videos about him. I don't know if it was Corvus or Corey or both and other people, but yeah, I saw that. Been like a year ago. Yeah, Ed, you've got one. Whatever they got's hard. because this guy came up. They're a hell of a lot faster than you think they are, but all puffers are. And came up, and he didn't mean to get me, and he didn't get me, but he bumped his tooth after he'd closed his mouth. He still had a momentum going, and he had the krill in his mouth. Hey, Benny's World. And you're up late. Say what Cole said to me. You're up late. They have beaks. They aren't fast-growing beaks since they are more lurkers. Yes. So you don't have to worry about that. Did you say how long it takes them to become juveniles, Brett? And guys, if you like puffers and like these puffers, go check his channel out. I've shouted him out before, but he's the real deal over there. He's got several kinds of puffers. He's got Fajaco with discus. You know, Priscilla did the eye roll. I could feel it all the way from Colorado. Looking at those guys and watching their behavior and stuff, they need to be conditioned. They need to grow a little bit. I would say maybe in a month, you know, you might start looking for spawning behavior. That's cool, Ed. But yeah, I'll get you some krill. All right. Watch, he's watching something over to his left. Look at him. And it's my hand going in this. We'll give him a smaller piece this time so I can give him another small one. But I hadn't even started over there with it. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. He keeps watching the camera. There he comes. He's a good boy. I used to have to make all kinds of, he's relaxing a little now. They almost look fluid. They're not as rigid looking as some other puffers. Yeah, well, these ought to be driving a car as much krill and stuff as I'm feeding them every day. He still gets his pretty belly. Still gets his reflections confused for the real thing, and sometimes he'll go over there. And we'll go back and see what Brett said here. Reaching juvie sellable size. All depends on what you feed them when they're growing up. The hardest part is raising them. I've seen as long as a year, early as 6 months. Okay. You do think that's a female, Brett? Ed, I bet it would suck on your finger. What did you call your new critters? Puff and stuff? I like that. That'd be a good one. I like that. It's 6:50 p.m. for me. Oh, okay. Well, you're not up late then. Lurkers. They're, have you got the jumbo, Ed? Yeah, mine does too. Because Dan had said, well, maybe, or he'd ask if they, since it's an Asian puffer, what pH. Well, I lost. Where's the stream? I hate it when a female ram stressed jumped. Yeah, I saw that. Actually, I was in the stream last night when you're talking about it. Greetings from Mexico. Cat in the tie. Constant supply of brown shrimp, then graduate. And you realize that I've That's all I'm feeding them is frozen, right, Brett? Constant supply of brine shrimp, then graduate to blackworms, then to red wigglers. They will not eat anything frozen, packaged, only live. I guess you're talking about as newborns. Yeah, okay, there you say, yeah, newborns. Babies only. Okay. So these guys have learned. Uh-oh, here we go. Come on, get up. There you go, Brett. This is what she was doing. That belly's flat. It's driving me crazy. Gotta get her a round belly like Sterling. She may be a little prettier puffer than him, I don't know, or she may just be a little more mature. She's showing you all of her stuff, Brett, so I'll try to get up here and be still. Oh, don't mind me. Yeah, I remember that. But it wasn't intentional. It didn't bite her on purpose. Thank you. Total Tropicals. Appreciate you stopping. She's got almost a star shape on her. Oh, she landed and folded in her fins. I had her in the specimen container earlier, and she could move in there, and she could turn by going up and down, but she was freaking out, so that's why I had to get this divider in. It looks good. I like it. It looks natural. And you've got lots of places for Fry to hide in case the platy does have them outside the breeder box. But I've said it before, and I'll say it again, they are more active than what I anticipated. But the back there, he can come this way or the other way, and he liked to surprise me, I guess, doing his creep around thing with which way he would come out. And of course, if you go up behind that, you can't see where he's at, so yeah, he likes his spot. He's between a little tiny flower pot and a little fake log. I had a bigger fake log in there, but he looked like he would just make the perfect stopper, the perfect cork to get stuck in it, so I got it out. And like Dragon Lair was saying on comments on the first video of her when I unboxed her earlier today, I'll need a bigger pot. But yeah, I had just thrown that in there a day or two ago to see if he would come out and utilize it, which it doesn't matter if he does or not, but he had started using it. Yeah, they don't miss anything. They do watch what's going on outside the tank. Yeah, I noticed that. Here's Tibby back. Tibby, I bet you don't jump up there. Oh, all kinds of stuff under there. I need to put that stuff in the garage, probably. Tibby? Tibby? Yep, you better not get on top of those puffers. They might get your toe. They might. They might get your toes. Tib. Oh, look at him. He's a good man. You want to go over and stay with your Uncle Ed for a while? Yeah? You can take your sisters too. All right, I think look at Sterling's eyes. He didn't miss anything. I've got my hand down in my food over here. That's another little piece. I want to give him a bigger piece. Yeah, I would kind of like to know how old these guys are, but I don't know that I will know that till after the fact. Come on, where you going? Come on up here, boy. Come on. There he goes. All right, here we go. Here we go. God, how tall is this tank? Come on. He's being shy because of the new one, I guess. He won't come up and get it out of my hand. You getting full? Didn't think so. That's it. Need to edit a video. It's something that I never do, other than to put a name on it and my end screen things like subscribe and advertise a video, stuff like that. Don't believe in that stuff, and that takes long enough. Uh-oh, she's started her motor back up. But I'll make sure I notice they'll have a night light, plus they have their 2 heaters. There's a small heater there that's set on 78 and it just went off. And then this one is set on 78 also. It's a little bit bigger heater. That's probably 100 watt there, and that's probably a 50. But this tank is over by my garage door, and in my mind, I want it to be, make sure they stay warm. Did you answer Priscilla's question about pH, Brett? I'm sure your water in California is a lot different than my water here. I see some old food from this morning. Right there. Yep, that's why I need some snails in there. So you can't have loaches or anything. Not for long. Nope. Can't have loaches, Tibby. You're all worked up. Yes, you are. She's looking at us. Yep. She's looking at us. I bet she's seen a camera before. The way you made, see how you did that about footage. I like that. I've never seen that before, Benny's World. I know your name, but I'm not going to say it on a stream. Your friend said it in a stream, and you said, yeah, that's my name, but I'm not going to do that. I don't call people's names out unless everybody knows them, or they make it clear they don't care, but I'm not going to do that. Hey, Daniel. The Beagle, of course. 7.2. Yeah, yours and mine run about the same, Ed. I don't know. I can't remember what I said the minute before. I was saying that I wasn't going to say your name out on the stream. That's why I kept saying Benny's. Oh, the footage. Yeah, the way you're doing footage. PHO instead of FOO. Or is that the way it's spelled where you're at? It's cool. Whatever. I've just never seen it done that way. I like it. I'll probably steal that from you. Footage. She's wanting to get to know us. Nope, I won't do that. I don't do that. Sometimes that makes moms mad. You can tell your name if you want to, but I'm not telling your name. I'm not telling your name. It's a cool name, but I'm just not going to do that. Come on, good girl. 30 minutes. Oh well. People will probably start using it more when they do. I will too, of course. Look at you, gorgeous. Look at you. How pretty. Thanks for coming back. And she is watching me talk. She's not looking at the camera. She's looking at me beside the camera. What a pretty girl. Yeah. You're just pretty. All kinds of pretty. Hey, Joel. Talking to the fish again. The new fish at that. So, Brett, you think I should pull the divider out and go to bed? I'm kidding. Just kidding. Let's take a look at you. Pam, if you're still here, I agree. That would make a beautiful. Ed, don't let them chew on your finger. Just let them suck on it like a puppy. Ed has a female. For sure, there's no doubt about his. Yeah, Brett had one not too long ago, a couple months ago. In fact, I think you and I were together that day, Ed. I want to say we were in Nashville, and Brett sent me a little video. He had a puffer that had a clamshell either stuck in its booty or it cut its booty. I can't remember the exact scenario, but he was just telling me how he was treating it and just bouncing that back and forth. And of course, he was doing what I would do, but it was pretty cool. So that's the same guy, Ed. That's the same guy. Over 6 months, been 2, 3, 4 months. He has a video up about that too. Yeah, that one didn't chew the clamshell, it swallowed it whole. I remember. She's like, oh, here's a cool spot, a warm spot. I tell you, I hope I go back to sleep. Whew. Here's a warm spot. Look at that. Ah. Another thing I was going to ask you, Brett, is about the sand. I know they like sand or small gravel because they do like to burrow down in it some. And, hey! They're fighting over who can get on the bed and who can't. It'll stop in a second. There we go. It's when the beagle goes to jump on the bed, the smallest chihuahua tells him no. And then I have to go help the beagle get up anyway, so that's what's going on. Why he got down, I don't know. Dogs. The sand, that's probably an inch. If that in there, well, it's not even that in that end. Should I make the sand a lot thicker so they can get down in that if they want to, or does it matter? I've read both, but, you know, reading what people have copied and copied and copied. I hate Grammarly ads. Sand is best. Black sand, they will turn darker. White sand will make them colors pop. They're more yellow and the spots are more visible. Yeah, well, I've already got the white sand. Yeah, I'm going to get some more sand and put in here the same sand. Hey, Toronto, how are you doing? Glad you stopped. Just checking in on the new female puffer that came yesterday. Doing good, doing good. Huh. Tibby's swinging on my shirt like it's a vine or a swing. Yeah, that's the new one, and kind of confirming that it is female. It's old Sterling back there. Sorry. Yeah, if I yell at them, they'll stop, but I don't like to yell at them, and it just adds to the racket when I do. Uh-oh, look here. Hey, Mark. Yeah, Brett is on here, or has been on here. That's okay, Benny's. You got to do what you got to do. And he raises them, and he's kind of taught me how to do it. But of course, I'm not sure of myself yet. But so far, I've been right on the few that I've done. He's confirmed them, and that's what we're doing. I picked her out of the three Dan had, and Brett had said he agreed that she was a female for sure. And when I took her, unboxed her, I was like, whoa, she's big. But she's just a big female. She's still a female. I'm thinking we have. I hope we have. Oh, how cute. Looks like a little puppy. You're just all kinds of cute. You're all kinds of cute. Did you rename yours, Ed? You said you were going to rename it. And I don't know what you had named it either, I don't think. Oh, she's so cute. You are. It's the same here then. 313. Yep. It's definitely my bedtime. Tibby, stop. Yeah. Breeding them's not that hard if it's in a row. What would that be, Ed? Tibby, go on. That's cute. Alright, guys, we're going to shut it down. Thank you all. Thank you, Brett, especially. Appreciate all your help. I'm sure I'll be talking to you. I won't worry you to death, though. I'll try to group my questions. Used to do that at the Ark. I get a call or a beep like every 30 minutes when I was, or a message, and I'm like, that you could have waited an hour to see if you had another question, because you will, and sure enough. So I will group my questions as they come up. I like Java. Yeah, I did know Java. Yeah, I did know that. I'd forgotten. Daniel, have a good day at work. Thanks for spending your getting ready time with us and the puffers. I'm sorry, but I just think, yeah, me too, Mark. I'm in bed, right? I've already walked the dogs, everything. I was going to say I'm sorry, but I just think she's cuter than the other one. I mean, feminine if that can be, but she just looks like a little girl. And I love you, but you're a rough and tough boy, I can tell. Yep. Get those nostrils. Oh, it's getting all excited. You've had enough to eat. Bye-bye. All right, let me get a thumbnail in case I don't have one. And oh, that'd be pretty, maybe. All right, guys, good morning. Sure, I'll see you all later today. Thank you, Ed. It's going to be fun comparing them. You can bring yours over, Ed, too, if you decide you ever want to have puppies. You know, like people take their dogs, you know, to let them breed. What's the time for me? It's low power mode, funny. It says 3:16 on Derek's message there. Look at you. She's warming up. She's warming up. She's a sweet girl. Oh, here she comes. I know what I'm going to be doing half the day tomorrow. All right, you better come on over there and get your food. Get your supper. I wonder if she's trying to entice me to give her something to eat. Oh, Lord. They make a big production of it. This tank is like twice the height it needs to be. Yes. Yeah, that's why I got the second one. Hoping to get a female and hoping to spawn them. Come on. Come on. Nope. Nope. Hadn't been off the airplane long enough, huh? I'm loving this FedEx overnight that Dan's doing. She was here like 10:30, 11 this morning. And he shipped them at 5, I think, yesterday, his time. Yeah, we're Eastern here. All right. The old man's getting up, so that means he's shutting it down. Oh, I hate that screen, but what? Kind of scoping out to see what's in here to eat. So when I get up, there's 1, 2, 3 pieces at least. So we'll see what she does. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. I have to look at that again. It's really hard to tell sometimes, especially with dwarf cichlids. I'll have to look at that again. That space under there is much smaller than it looks, and that's wedged on that wood. Good night, guys. See you later.